Hey, what's up, everybody? Time for those yearly fitness videos. I actually recorded this and I didn't record it. I thought it was recording, it wasn't recording. So we're starting over again. Through the magic of editing, I will put in on this side what my body looks like now. And then I will put in some pictures, maybe with captions of starting off to where I am now, I guess. Again, my story is I've had a lot of health problems. I started working out again. After all the dying stuff happened in 2008, it took me about a year before I could work out again, and then I started working out since then. My peak physical condition was still about probably around, I don't know, it was around 2016, 17, 18, something around then. It was whatever the year after whatever the year before, because the year before Pokemon Go, my health had taken a turn for the worse again. And I had about 4 months where I basically couldn't walk on and off again. Things were getting pretty bad. And that was kind of like the perfect storm of almost, not being able to work out again. Maybe that helped some of my body recover because, I have to do a lot of high reps and everything when I work out because I don't have a lot of actual hand strength and my body's fucked up. So maybe that was a perfect storm of, body healing. And then eventually Pokemon Go came out and I was walking a lot, and I don't know, I felt like that was the best condition I've ever been in. And I always feel like during that condition, so to speak, that my goal was I wish I could have gained like 5 pounds of body or 5 pounds of pure muscle to the upper body, and then maybe get like an Instagram butt somehow. But with my health, it's just too hard. And nowadays I'm just trying to maintain what I have, doing the least amount that I can. And I made that video. It was I think earlier in the years, I titled it something like I stopped working out and this is what happened. And that's not too far from the truth, because this past year or so I've had about 3 months where I've done very, very little, because of health. And so in a way that's reassuring that I've been able to do so little and still sort of maintain at least what I have now. Of course, the caveat would be, do I really think I could do that for a prolonged period of time and not lose more? I don't know, dude, but I'm always trying to do, I shouldn't say that I'm trying, because I'm trying really fucking hard. I'm pushing myself. I mean, that's the problem. I'm pushing myself so fucking hard, and it's just so hard with all my health stuff. I still have all the same health problems, and it's only gotten harder throughout the years. I had that fall down the stairs a couple years ago, it was about now, and that took a lot out of me, and I've had to try to work around that because it messed up my arm. Just so many health problems. The fatigue is so bad. If you're wondering about the Tomcat Ali stuff, I did start taking that again because when I had started that and I put out my blood tests, I said that I thought maybe I was having some symptoms because, the fatigue was so bad and I was having weird kind of like head pressure, all that kind of stuff. And, I eventually at one of my doctor appointments, they're just like, oh yeah, so how are you doing with all like, the smoke? And I live close to all that wildfire smoke that was at, May, June, throughout the beginning of the summer. And it didn't even like occur to me that I'm just that sensitive to, because they said they had other patients that were getting really messed up too. And I was like, oh, fuck. It hadn't even occurred to me that it was all this wildfire smoke that was making me sick. And so I started taking the Tomcat Ali again. And, I will say it's done nothing for the fatigue, anything like that. But maybe sex drive, maybe a little bit more. I mean, that's, I would say maybe a little bit more sex drive. But, so the blood test, I've had it tested multiple times if you're curious. Yes, my total testosterone did raise a little bit from that, and consistently, like it was tested multiple times. So like 100, 150 points more. I mean, that's, again, it was consistent. Free testosterone though, really hasn't changed. I had one test that was up a couple points. What is a couple points, right? But I guess, so what, I went from like an 80-year-old man to like a 60-year-old man. Bioavailable testosterone actually went down. And my sex hormone binding goblin has gone up even higher. So What is the reason for that? I don't know. Could be my thyroid. I have all these thyroid problems, could be some kind of autoimmune process in my liver. I've had liver problems before. And I don't really know what to do for that because I'm on all the vitamins and herbs that people normally do to lower their sex hormone binding goblins. So, I mean, the only other thing I can even think to do is the TRT, which again, I've just been trying to put it off, Maybe that's one thing I will actually regret in my life, not doing the TRT, but, I just know once you start, you're on it for the rest of your life, so I try not to take it. Avoid it, I guess would be how I avoid it. But who knows, we'll think. I've been thinking, what am I going to do after this next time that I get back from Japan? Maybe I'll finally start, I don't know. But still a lot of health problems, if you watch that other health video I just recently made. And look, I even forgot to mention in that last video, I still have never done the bone marrow biopsy. That's been going on for years. I just, the doctors are like, oh, well, if you have leukemia, it's a low form of it, so, there's not really much difference between low dose or a low form of leukemia until it gets worse anyway. So I just don't want to go through all that, dude. I got so many fucking health problems already, so. The point is, I guess this year basically is I've done quite a bit less than I normally do, and I put the pictures what I look like. You can see that now, so I would like to do even less, to be honest with you, because even I'm pushing myself too hard. So, again, the problem is I always say this, I would love to do less, but the thing is because I can't lift heavy, it's not like I can do less but lift heavier. I'm in such like a vicious sort of shitty circle of I have to do high reps because I can't lift heavy. So I don't know. But I guess, whatever, you can see there's been quite a few times I've not done much. Like when I'm in Japan, that first time I was in Japan this year, so to speak, it was I was there, for like 10, 11 weeks, maybe it was. And, the first month I was trying to do, a little bit. I brought some bands, not a lot though, right? And then I got COVID for the third time. And, I still have this long COVID, which has been fucking me up, right? And once I got COVID the third time, I just basically didn't even do anything the last month. And then when I was in Japan in the spring, I did a few shoulder presses, dude, with some bands, a few push-ups here and there, and then there was like a little park next to, the apartment. So I did some dips, some L-sits, and some chin-ups, but, very, very little. And, again, I didn't lose too much, in that time. But again, my theory is how long could I keep that up without losing something, right? So I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, these videos, it's hard to motivate myself because, and of course I do. I have an OnlyFans. For the 2% female viewership, I have an OnlyFans. If you want to see me naked, my cock is there. To the gay viewers, you can see my cock. It's there. Half naked pictures. I guess full naked pictures now. The cock is there. It's there. If you want to see it. But, it's hard to motivate myself for a lot of this stuff because, I'm always trying to be the best version of myself that I can be. But I know that, I'm not getting better. And, when you're not actually seeing yourself get better, it's hard to stay motivated. Especially when you're just like, well, this is Clayton Chapman. This is the peak. And even being at the peak, I can't even do that anymore, right? I'm just trying to maintain, so it's hard to stay motivated for it, when you're not getting better. And I know some people will be like, well, man, you look better, maybe some people think, than a lot of people, but a lot of people are lazy and, they've never had to, face their own mortality, let alone at a young age, so I don't know, dude. But yeah, that's the fitness video, keeping the channel active. I'll have to edit this after I make this, put in some pictures over here of me half naked. OnlyFans, subscribe, support me if you want. Support my cock. So, yeah, dude. I don't know what to say. All the same health problems. We'll see, you know. Like, maybe I should just try the TRT just to, like, give myself something to keep the channel active with, right? But I'm so afraid for my hair. Like, my hair doesn't look... I'm sure you can tell, like, my hair doesn't look too bad, you know what I mean? But when you get that telugium, effluvium, you know, it's just thinner, dude. And that's been going on for a fucking year. So I'm very sensitive to the fucking, you know... And it sucks, because after the first time I had COVID, my hair, you know, fell out a lot, but then it stopped. But, you know, ever since I got long COVID, I can't get it to stop falling out, which, you know, who knows what's going on with my fucking hormone process, so to speak. Since then, my blood tests are always fucked up, dude. Oh, of course, not digesting stuff well again. I don't know if I need to take more pancreas medicine or something. You know, life of a sick person, I guess, right? You know, who knows? Anyway, yeah, so, again, if you're already said, but if you're wondering about the Tomcat Elite, yes, it did raise my total testosterone consistently. Free testosterone, not too much. Bioavailable actually went down. Sex hormone binding goblin went up, actually, which is, Jesus Christ, I'm at the level of a girl with it, you know, so no wonder I'm fucking fatigued, but... Anyway, remember if you like the videos, like, subscribe, comment, share, support the channel if you want. Appreciate it. Thanks. The end.